Are you tired of building bridges and trying not to fall into the water? I hate this. Do you find it annoying when you have to swim back to where you were building? Then try sneaking, the new doctor-prescribed way to guarantee that you won't fall into water. Jump at your own discretion. Woo! Ask your doctor if sneaking is right for you. Sneaking might not work for all individuals. If thumb cramps last more than 4 hours, talk to your doctor immediately. Sneaking, the better way to build. Anyways, hi, hello. I'm the ImpendingMoon, and welcome to Minecraft Alpha 1.1.1, also known as Secret Saturday. And yep, I'm using the version that was lost for like 10 years. I could do 1.1.2, but honestly, just having the novelty of 1.1.1 is enough that any bug fixes aren't worth it. But yeah, I've already covered the major edition of this update, which is sneaking. And let me tell you, building this thing without sneaking has made me realize sneaking is such an important and useful part of the game. Because I've taken more fall damage than any other type of damage, I guarantee it. Also, if you go ahead and just sneak for a while, then you let go of the button, all of your footsteps get played at once. I mean, it's nothing major, but it still is interesting, because I don't actually know why. But anyway, the other major addition here, if I were to grab some resources, are fishing rods. Yeah. They don't exactly show up properly, but let's see. So, let's say you're just headed out on the water here, you're at the docks, ready for a good old day of fishing. What? Oh yeah, it's useless. You can't cast it, it's got no durability, there are no fish in the game. And, yeah, it's entirely worthless. And then another thing about them is that they're stackable. You can just have a stack of fishing rods. So, what do you do when given the option to make a stack of fishing rods? Make a stack of fishing rods, of course. So, there we are. I am holding a stack of 12 fishing rods. I feel just as weird about it as you do. And yes, I do realize that this tower is still burning. No, I'm not going to do anything about it. But of course, I'd say a change as significant as a stack of fishing rods is enough to warrant a brand new museum slot. So let's go ahead, head over to the museum, and make another room. Oh, my cactus is gone! It gets so hard to tell what will be automatically updated in every update. So I'm guessing they forced every cactus to check on like a world load or upgrade or whatever to see if it was in a valid spot, and if it wasn't, destroy itself. Well, that sucks. I could probably recreate this. Yeah, well, we'll just ignore the lack of cactus and just mine, I guess. And, of course, we can't make another museum floor without dealing with this thing. We'll just cover it up. No big deal. And with the room mined out, just as janky as usual, I can go ahead, plop down a chest, and stick these in here. Of course, the sign. The stack of fishing rods. Which I'd say is pretty accurate. Anyways, time to just ignore this, and, I'll have to see what I can do about that cactus. Alright, so let's see here. Of course, need some cactus. Then I'll need a few buckets of water. Alright then, now that I'm here, I need some more water. So I'm gonna go back up. Alright, now that I actually have water, let's go ahead. So, first, we must prepare the area. There are no torches on the ground. Good. Second, we must place water. Alright. Then third, we say the incantation. And then proceed to put the cactus on the block. Hydro incantium placium. It worked for a second. Hydro and Cantium Placium. No. Alright, so, I might have another idea. Alright, now that I have the cleansing glass, let's place it over here. And one over here. Now, if I proceed with the procedure again. Hydro Incantium Placium. Ta-da! There's some cactus there. Watch out, it's prickly. But yeah, that's a glitch that lasts for a while in Minecraft's history. Hi, pig. Yeah, so it was introduced in InfDev, and it wasn't removed until, like, the middle of beta. And that glitch is, you can just place whatever in water. It negates all checks that any blocks have to see if they can be placed. So, say, like, if I want to place a piece of glass on my head, I could do it underwater. Because, why not, I guess. Now, I have no idea why it works, but I know it does. And with that, there's another addition that I want to make to the museum. And I'll need to dig even farther down. Alright, so for this one, let's see, how do I want to do this? So I think this should work. So, you know, you put two chests together, you get a double chest. But it wasn't until release 1.13 when you could put more than two chests next to each other, probably because the coding was just odd. But with the water check, yeah, the triple chest works. Now, of course, you hit either one of these, all you get is just the double chest, but you hit this one specifically, you get a triple chest. And yeah, I'd say it's definitely a large chest. And yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not the most useful, really. I mean, I guess you could kind of chain together more chests like this, but it's not gonna do much. Because now, what chest is what, is the question. That actually kind of looks pretty cool. I think I'll keep it. And there we are. And maybe signs are infinite, I really don't know. But either way, we got the quad chest. I don't know what I'm gonna store in it, but it's there. Ow. Okay, yeah, I got pricked. Well, anyway, with all that stuff out of the way, I think it's a good idea if I went around and just detailed some stuff. Because with all the builds and stuff that I've been doing, I've kind of been neglecting the finer details of some of the builds that I already have mostly done. And I think it'll just bring it all together if I go ahead and finish the smaller things that I keep putting off. So, you know, the bottom of this pool is still dirt and stone. This station is completely unfinished. I just left it as the hole I dug. I mean, you still have the old pathway up that I don't even think works anymore. Well, it might if you do it right, but I did not. Okay. But yeah, overall there are just a bunch of things that are slightly unfinished that I'd like to go ahead and get taken care of real quick. So the first thing that I want to take care of is this little station area. Because I did originally want to do some stuff with this, but I never got around to it. And so far, the only things that I'm looking at doing are just replacing the floors and the walls with what they were originally supposed to be. So, floors get to be slabs, then the walls are going to be cobblestone and wood. Alright, so with all the floors, walls, and ceiling done, this place is looking a lot better than it was just a few minutes ago. And then the rest of this place is also kind of lacking, because I didn't actually put any, like, finishings on any of the walls, or, you know, where it exits out into here. So I'm going to use some of that cobblestone that I got from mining all this up, and I am going to just finish all of these with cobblestone so that it looks uniform and good. Alright then, I got all the cobblestone walls in, and I'd say this is looking pretty alright. I could probably do a little bit more with this to match it up, but overall, this looks a lot better as an actual, like, full tunnel, instead of just being kind of a tunnel that also you can fall into a pit where you can't get out. And yeah, I'm happy with it. Alright, then we got the pool here. Now the pool is a bit of an odd build here because it's half natural on this end and like half squared off on this. So I've got to find out how to make a cutoff look good. Alright, then that's the floor put in. It's not the easiest to see, but you can see I kind of went diagonally along all this stuff, just as a way to kind of blend it into the natural terrain here. I'd say overall it worked pretty well. I'm happy with it. And it's another thing that I'm not going to have to worry about again. And then for the next thing, I'm going to take care of some of the stuff over here, because it doesn't look the best, and there are some details that I want to add. Also, I should probably remove the bridge that I built off the bridge. So we definitely don't want any overhangs on the bridge here. So we're going to remove the dirt and that tree. Alright, so I've removed most of the tree, but I have chosen to leave the branches of this tree on, because it's high enough up that I'm not worried about it, and I think it looks a little bit cool. Hopefully eventually the leaf decay algorithm will do its job, because I don't want to go up there and break all those. But that's not the only thing I gotta worry about. So next thing is, I'm gonna put a wall over here, because, yep, it's retaining wall time again. Alright, so that's another retaining wall done. What, you thought I was done with these back in InfDev? Obviously not. But I'm also gonna go ahead, and while I'm doing some small details, just fill in this little hole back here so it looks more natural. And then to the bridge. My main design that I actually built in a testing world a while ago no. And now it's time to go ahead and deal with the bridge here. Now, the biggest thing with this bridge is that it's alright, but it doesn't have any supports on it, which I do want to add. Also, I think having this be 3 tall is probably not the best choice for it. I think it'd probably be best if I just shaved it off and had this be the bottom layer. So I'm gonna test some stuff out here, but first of all, let's get rid of this thing. Alright, so let's see here. I think especially with this, because diagonally it's 2 blocks, having it be 2 blocks right here really does help make it feel more consistent. And I don't mind having this stuff down at the bottom here, because that's just what the track is built out of. So I'm gonna go ahead, tear down the rest of this bottom layer here, and then I'm gonna go and build some supports here. Oop, there goes a pickaxe. And then there's some supports there. I've got the rest laid out, and I mean, it's simple, but it works. Alright, and pulling back here, there's all the supports done. I think it looks pretty good, despite its simplicity. And having the archways there lets me get boats through if I ever want to go on a trip or something. You know, journey over to, like, there, I guess. But of course, there's more to this railway than just that bridge. And some of these stations could use, new coat of paint, so to say. So, I think I'm at least going to just spruce them up, and I'm just gonna wing a station building. I've been meaning to design it, but I haven't gotten around to it, so it shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, I guess let's just see how it looks. Okay, so this is the first little cleanup stage that I've got here. So I've lined it with a pretty constant cobblestone wall. I've given little platforms, I guess, that you can jump out at. And then I've pushed this terrain back and made this tunnel a bit more concrete, or I guess cobblestone. And then I get to go ahead and build a station. Oh, and let me tell you, sneaking is so nice. Yeah, I can just go, I can build, no need to worry about falling. Okay, so that's the basic structure, but I feel like this row of cobblestone at the top here just doesn't work well. It works fine on the inside, but on the outside it looks pretty bad. So I think I'm gonna keep it outlining everything, but otherwise it's just gonna get replaced with some planks. There we are. I think that looks a lot better. Alright, then we can just pop in some windows and make some doors. And there we go. I mean, it's a basic build, that's for sure. But it definitely accomplishes kind of putting this station into context in the world. Although I probably should go ahead and light up the roof so that this doesn't become a monster ground. Alright, and then I guess just as like a little rest stop thing, let's put down a chest, and probably a couple of furnaces. Then I can go ahead and just take the minecarts that I've accumulated here, and shove them in a chest. And then whenever I need to go someplace, I just grab a minecart and head on my way. And then this station actually also looks pretty good from a distance. I haven't looked at it from all angles, but it should be alright. Although, you know, it probably would look a bit better if it had a pathway connecting it. So I'll just head over there, and that's a simple fix. Whoop. So just dig out some sand, yada yada yada, it's just cobblestone. Alright, and that's done, and this looks a lot better for it. Then I'm going to go ahead and start working on some of the interiors that I neglected last time I went building. Alright, so heading south for now. I guess I'm going to start off with the simplest house, and just put in some generic decoration, I guess. Then decorating like this actually brings me to another addition that this update added, and that is a bunch of new paintings. And I'll be honest, I don't exactly know which ones are old and which ones are new, but I'm definitely going to make some heavy use of paintings in these houses. But yeah, that's this house done. Next house. Alright, and with all the furniture put into place, now let's get on to some... That's a big painting. Sadly, it doesn't exactly work for our purposes, but this one definitely does. And let's see here. We got man, dead man, not man, arguably man, then just one up there. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see. I already have one of these in this house, or have one of those. Don't have one of those, so I'll keep it. Alright, then that's this house done. And then this place already has some basic stuff. But I guess I'm just gonna throw in, like, I don't know, a bookshelf and that. And, there's some wall space for a painting here. Yep, that works. And of course, these houses already have their stuff. And they do have paintings, so I'm not gonna bother with these anymore. But this place definitely doesn't. It is horribly barren. So, I'm thinking a carpet's gonna go well in here, or like a rug or something. And I'm gonna make it a fancy little plus shape, so that it's not just, you know, a square. Then put in a bed, and let's see here. That's a bit big. That works pretty well. And, I mean, that's really all I've got room for, at least in terms of wall space. So, Yeah, I guess you walk in and you see man and spider. So, yep, that's it. And then here we are with this place. Let's see what we get for paintings here. Because this would be a better place for one of those massive paintings, if I can get one. Donkey Kong? It's one block to the left of what I would like. That would also work. But I kind of want Donkey Kong now. There we are. Donkey Kong. Anyway. And something tells me I don't need to put a painting in the outhouse. So I'm going to ignore that and move up to the northern buildings. Okay. Generic housing stuff. There's actually not any wall space, really, in this place. So, I guess we'll just go with the standard stuff. I'm not gonna spend bookshelves on this, but I will put in, say, like a little counter or something. And then what's probably my favorite house so far, I can go ahead, pop in all the stuff, and then, of course, this wall gets a big old painting. That actually kinda works. Yes, touch the flame. I'm gonna keep that. And, yep, that's this house done. Looks pretty nice. And then, of course, as you're staring at your neighbor's house, you can also use their paintings as your own. So I guess that's kind of the compensation that they get for not having their own paintings. And then, of course, this house is pretty small, so we got room for, like, a couple of paintings. Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly have room for anything else, but that would be all the houses. Interiors done. I mean, except for this, of course, but this is kind of a, bigger build that I need to figure out what to do with. And then I guess that's it for these building. Then I guess that's it for detailing any interiors here. I don't have any more interiors or, like, details that I need to do. I mean, I could take care of all this, but honestly, I don't think I ever will. Because the inside isn't something that I care about that much. It's really just so that I can get a view. And, you know, you might be on fire still after 3 weeks, but you deserve a splash of color too, so there we are. No rhyme or reason, but there's no exact rhyme or reason to why this thing is still on fire. I'm not gonna shut up about it until it stops. There we are. And of course I just ruined a stair by putting it there, but honestly, it's so easy to ruin these stairs. I don't get why they do this. You know, I went up here so that I could get a nice view, and it's just clouds. Alright, so with some fast graphics on, now I can actually look. So I'd say what I did with the railroad here is definitely looking pretty good. And I think I'm going to go out and actually decorate. Well, I say decorate, but mostly just, I guess, standardize what the railway looks like. So, you know, put in retaining walls where it needs it, put in, like, cobblestone for the tunnels, and just make it look nice, so that it's a better experience to just ride on. But that's probably something I'll do in between episodes. And also, one addition that I could not show, so say I've had my music on for the past while, I've made sure stuff has been in, like, the right places. This here is the one and only version where Notch's Calm 4 was downloaded with the game. Now, I've been waiting for it to play, it hasn't, so whatever, music goes off. And, to be honest, it doesn't actually download anymore. I had to go and manually put it into the music folder, but whatever, it didn't play. So, I'm just gonna play it right here now, so you guys can listen to what it sounds like. This plays in the same spot as all of C418's music. I mean, it's not awful? Alright, I think that's enough. You get the idea. It's just a weird song, and I don't get why it came out with this. Like, even as a music disc, it would be odd. But, yeah, this was the one version it was downloaded with. I'm gonna keep this in my music folder. I mean, I have music off, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah, if you want the real, authentic 1.1.1 experience, you need to throttle your internet speed when connecting to whatever server you're downloading it from. And then you need to put this in your music folder. And I guess just kind of hope that it doesn't play, because it's gonna be a weird time. But anyways, with that experience out of the way, this is where I'm gonna end off today's episode. So yeah, today has mostly been getting some smaller things done. You know, doing some stuff with the museum, getting this bridge taken care of here, doing the interiors of buildings, and, music, I guess. But yeah, I'll get some stuff done in between episodes, because there is a lot of stuff that I need to get done. And, for anybody who knows the update history, next episode is going to be pretty interesting. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed. I've been the Impending Moon, and good night.